What is this shoe in front of you, you may ask? Well, this is the Nike Roshe Run, and these are my beaters, of course. These are really beat up, as you can see. I mean, toe box is slight rip, but that's not what we're here for. What I'm here to talk about is there any shoe that can compare to this legendary shoe? So this is the black, white, and Volt Roshe Run Hyperfuse, with the hitch of 3M on the swoosh and over here on both sides too. And yeah, the 3M's not working right now. I don't know why, but yeah, these original are my PE shoes, and man, as you can see, I beat these things to the ground. Look at that. There's like no more waffle foam sole. I took out the insole because it was still good, but you'll see. I'll show you what I did with it in a minute. But look at that. There's a chip in the lace. You probably can't see that though. But yeah, these took quite the beating, and yeah, I'm gonna be talking about the legendary Roshe Run, and if there's any shoes out there that can compare to this shoe, this is probably Nike's like legendary shoe, in my opinion. That's what I believe, but you guys may think that, but I truly think this is Nike's like most famous legendary shoe. And yeah, so there's been quite a few releases from Nike itself and some other companies like Adidas. Now, I only have two other ones to compare, but yeah, so I want to be comparing the Roshe Run to its sister, the Kaishi Run. You guys recognize this, and kept these clean, and the Adidas SL Loop Runner. You guys may recognize both of these, but I never really went into in-depth of these. So yeah, let's change the camera view and let's see a comparison of the three shoes, and see if the first two were comparable to the legendary Roshe Run. So yeah, see you in a second. Okay, so as you can see, I have the Roshe Run right here, and this is going to be a 360 view. So you got a full mesh upper along with rope laces, and then you have a full foam midsole or outsole, and super comfortable shoe. You got the swoosh right here, full mesh over here. Mine's a Hyperfuse, so there's no mesh back here. It's solid material, but usually it would be a full mesh upper. You got the hits of Volt on the back and on the tongue tab. Then on the bottom, you would have the waffle outsole, but as you can see, it's barely any left. But you would have the waffle outsole on the full foam outside cushion, and yeah, I have the insoles, I mean, right here. You have the full foam cushion, except this one's all flat because I just wore it too much. And yeah, Nike Roshe Run. Sorry if the camera's constantly moving. I'm holding this with one hand while trying to move them around the shoe. Oh yeah, then you also have the Nike on the outside too, along with the swoosh. And then yeah, so that's the Roshe Run. So up next is the Kaishi Runs. Okay, so here I have the Nike Kaishi Runs. Very similar in appearance. Full mesh up here, but at the same time you have a bit of a suede hits over here, and on the back you have the swoosh, but it's covered by a bit of the suede. You have the full foam outsole along with an arch here and an arch on the inside right there. You got the full word Nike on the back. You have swoosh on both sides, also covered up with hits of suede. And then I forgot to mention this, but just like the Roshe Run, on the tab you have Nike, except this one is only goes up to the top right there, While the Roshe Run, it goes all the way down, as you can see, and it's just a swoosh, not the actual Nike. But yeah, as you can see from the front, very similar. As it also has the waffle outsole right here, waffle traction, waffle. Then you have a bit of a different traction. I honestly have no idea what this is called. Comment down below if you know what it's called. Then you have the big word Nike instead of that small one like embedded in it. And then of course you have the full foam outsole, but the cushion's different. Instead of having a full foam cushion, you have the Nike dual ride system. I don't know too much about it, but I was sure to find out more in the future. And then on top of that, you got the oval laces. Of course, I relaced them, but the original ones were the same color as the shoe. Then yeah, very similar shoe. And last but not least, I'm gonna talk about the SO Loop Runner, and then gonna go to conclusion and talk about comfort. So yeah, bringing up the next shoe. Okay, so right off the bat, you could see there's a very similar appearance, but it's different at the same time. So the tongue tab, it's in full tab instead of a tiny one, and you have 4 of them, which 2 on each shoe, back and front. You have the SO Loop name right there. You have the 3 Adidas stripes along with 3 more white stripes here. You have suede all over it, all around the toe box area, around the 3 stripes, around one of the loop lace holes. You have it on the back too, and each of the tabs are made of it too. So right away you could also see that it has similar front, not completely the same, but similar, along with the cutout back heel area or back area. You have the Adidas right in the front, the Adidas symbol. Top of that, you have the Adidas tab on both of them, and then same goes for this side. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit more plain. Doesn't say SL Loop. Still has the 3 stripes and suede and everything, and the Adidas tab on the back. Now the differences between this and the Kaishi Run. The Kaishi Run had a smooth suede. This one is a more like rougher suede. See? The netting material is different. Also, like they're both similar. This one's a bit different. It's like double layered instead of single layered. It's not like a single mesh layer than a sock liner. It probably has like 2 layers in the sock liner. Insole is different also. This has the full EVA midsole featuring the Adidas inside of it. You can barely see it though. And then again the EVA outsole with a sort of like a diamond pattern, I believe, with that arch hole, then Adidas symbol right there. Then like on the outsole there's like individual little squares, and then along with the outlines of the holes too. So yeah, that's the Adidas SO Loop Runner, and yeah, now let's go compare to comfort. So the SO Loop Runner, the Roshe Run, and the Kaishi Run. So which one is more comfortable? Well, first of all, I'm gonna go into depth about taking steps. So first of all, the Roshe Run, comfort on every step, felt like a cloud. But the problem was that it could hurt your ankles if you stepped it weird. And on top of that, the foot motion is like this. It's like a bit roundish. It's a bit hard to explain. And yeah, it's still pretty comfortable, but the problem is after a while, if you're doing it in if you're walking in like hot weather, um, and eventually your cushion will flatten. And I have the insole right here, the cushion. Of course, it's so look at that. It's so flat. It's going downwards. And what I usually do, I just put in my SL Loop Runner. Adds extra comfort. Because the Roshe Run, it does not have any more layer of comfort whatsoever in it. But it's really comfortable. But after a while, it just sort of just goes away. Oh yeah, and durability, not very durable. I mean, you can already tell waffle outsole's gone. You got a toe in it. You got a hole in it. Laces are all screwed up. 3M's peeling off. Yeah. Got the SL Loop Runner right here. So, this is another very comfortable shoe. The EVA outsole, it's just amazing design. Every time you take a step, you relieve like all the heel pressure. That's why it's like separated. So every time you step, it relieves the heel impact. So there's almost no impact whatsoever. I really like the comfort on this shoe. It's not as comfortable as the Roshe Run, but it sure as heck lasts longer. I mean, I walked 10 miles in these. I mean, this one I walked like maybe 5 miles and I lost comfort and it's all messed up. Here I walked over 10. We lost track at 10, and super comfortable. I mean, not compared to the Roshe Run. The Roshe Run is more comfortable, hands down, but the comfort lasts longer in the SL Loop. Now the Kaishi Run. I have to say it's in my opinion it's not very. It's pretty comfortable, but compared to the Loop Runner and the Roshe Run, it's not as comfortable, but it's still pretty comfortable, really lightweight. Cushion's still good, it's a new shoe still. Dual ride system is really comfortable. The problem is, it's like a block because the back's designed weird. As you can see, I'm getting a bit of heel drag. But yeah, all these shoes are super comfortable. And which one would I choose? I would choose the SL Loop Runner because all these in terms of pricing, they're within a good price range, all under $100, except my Hyperfuse Roshe Run because that's a special one. But Roshe Runs retail for about 70, 75. Printed colorways are 80. Kaishi Runs $50, sometimes 30. I got those sometimes 30 at your local Nike outlet, and then SL Loop Runner 75, but 55 since the price has been reduced. And yeah, what I would choose out of all these shoes, SL Loop Runner. SL Loop Runner is probably the closest thing I've had to a good Roshe Run shoe, good comfortable shoe. The Roshe Run, it's super comfortable, but it doesn't last very long. Neither does the Kaishi Run. The Loop Runner, I've walked 10 miles in these things. It's super comfortable, really durable too, because it's really hard to get it to rip. Because I mean the suede, it's really hard to get it to rip. It's rough suede, really hard, not super hard, still pretty flexible. And if it has a small rip, it's not too bad because you still have the under layer, and even then, I've never ripped this yet. And when you're putting on the shoe, I should have mentioned, Roshe Run, you have to like, it's not easy to slip on. Neither is the Kaishi Run. SL Loop Runner, again, it's all mesh. You can easily slip it on, off. Super comfortable shoe. SL Loop Runner has completely won this. Now, one thing about the SL Loop Runner, to make it extra more comfortable, I put my Roshe Run cushion in it. Most comfortable thing ever. Really happy of it. And yeah, so the SL Loop Runner is my favorite shoe. They do not have a new one out because they've been releasing new ones like the SL Loop Moccasin and the SO Loop 2.0. I don't like the 2.0, so the original SO Loops are personally my favorite. Although the moccasins are pretty dope. I'm gonna try and get a pair. But yeah, that was sneaker compare, I guess. Sneaker chat. SO Loop wins, and yeah, click that like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later in another video. So yeah, see ya.